What is up, everybody? You're checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast, what the world is listening to. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity and C, and today you're checking out our AEW Collision recap from October 7th, 2023. They were live in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we start out the night with our AEW Tag Team Championships. The champions FTR are defending against Big Bill and Absolute Ricky Starks. And before the match, Big Bill nails Cash Wheeler with a clothesline. Doc Sampson to the floor. Doc Sampson comes out to check on Cash. However, Big Bill chokeslams Cash through the announcers table. The match continues on. Stark says one more time. Big Bill chokeslams Cash 3 times. And then Stark spears Dax and then pins Dax Harwood. Ricky Starks and Big Bill become your new AEW Tag Team Champions. That was a big surprise. I didn't expect to see them defeat FTR like that. Our FTR off for greener pastures. Who's to say? We have AEW Dynamite coming up soon. So new champions Ricky Starks and Big Bill. I wonder if we're going to hear from them. And I'm excited to see what's next for them as Tag Team Champions. We then get Kyle Fletcher taking on the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. A lot of great back and forth action here. The end comes after Danielson puts Fletcher in a European clutch and pins him. After in the match, the Gates of Agony, Khan and Toa ambush and attack Bryan Danielson, and they pretty much help soften him up against his match against Swerve Strickland on Dynamite, and because they are part of the mobile embassy, obviously. We then see Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli sprint to the ring to save Bryan Danielson from the attack, but at that point the attack was already made. Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland this Tuesday on Dynamite. Next we have Bullet Club Gold, Juice Robinson, and the Guns taking on Metalik, Gravity, and Angelico. Switchblade Jay White accompanies the Bang Bang Gang down to the ring wearing the AEW Championship around his waist. The end comes after Juice nails Metalik with a 310 to Yuma. And then Jay White said, guys, we're missing somebody. Card Blade, we need the whole gang. The Collision Cowboys are back on Collision together, except this time we didn't come empty-handed. This time we brought some gold. To your scum job at MJF, I told you last week we need a truly elite champion, and I told you that's not you. And I told you I lead by example. And Max, take some notes. Example number 1, I am here. And where are you? At home nursing your wounds, nursing Adam Cole's wounds. I expect you to care a little bit. Example 2, a champion needs challenger. So Paige, you want to challenge me at Dynamite? You haven't earned a chance at the championship, but our match can be an eliminator match. But you will do what you do so well. You will breathe with a switchblade. And Max, sit back and take notes because I do it better than you and everybody knows it. If you ain't down with that, we have 2 words for you. Guns up. Strong words from Switchblade Jay White taking on Adam Page in an eliminator match. If he defeats Adam Page this Tuesday on Dynamite, he will take on MJF. Next, we have the AEW Trios Championship on the line. The Iron Savages taking on the champions, the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass get the win after a mic drop. We then see Toni Storm defeat Kiera Hogan. Before the match, Toni Storm hands Kiera a script and Kiera rips it up. The end comes after a Storm 0. Next, we see Ruby Soho backstage, and Ruby says, you can clearly see that I had Sheeta pinned on the mat. If it wasn't for her and her fat fingers knocking out the referee, I'd be facing my girl Saraya for the World Championship, but I'll be cheering her on from ringside. And then Renee's like, I've been informed that you've been banned from ringside. And then Ruby says, that's fine. Saraya doesn't need me on Tuesday to beat Sheeta. And then we have our main event, Ring of Honor champion Eddie Kingston defending against Commander. A lot of great action here between these two. And basically the end comes after Kingston knocks out Commander with a spinning back fist and pins him. Ross says he suffered a $2 stake as Eddie Kingston. Great match here. Then we see the Radar superstar Adam Copeland make his Collision debut. He says, if you watch Dynamite on Wednesday, you know things didn't go according to my plan. I'm really confused. The whole idea with me coming to AEW is for me to team with Christian. I've got to rewind a bit. For 9 years, I was told I could never do this again, but I'm standing here in AEW ring through a hell of a lot of hard work and persistence. For 7 years, Christian was told he could never do it again. Somewhere along the line, he stopped taking my phone calls. I've said before, but he's a dick. I love him. He's been my best friend for 4 years. He's in his Bond villain phase. I get it. So really what I'm out here is for some answers. I want to find out what is going on. So Christian, can you get out here and tell me what's going on since you won't take my calls? What is up? TNT champion Christian Cage comes out on the screen. He's the same old Adam. You think you call the shots. As TNT champion, I come and go as please. As far as your request for an answer, you'll get it this Tuesday on Dynamite. I'll be there on Tuesday. The question is, are you going to make it? And then Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne walk out to the ramp. Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne go to attack Adam Copeland. He choke slams Adam Copeland, and then he hits Adam Copeland with Extinction. Luchasaurus grabs a steel chair and places it under Copeland's head, looking for a concerto. But then Darby Allin jumps into the ring and swings a chair at Luchasaurus. Nick Wayne drop kicks Darby, and then Lucha whips Darby into the corner turnbuckles. And then Nick Wayne bashed Darby's arms between two steel chairs. So it looks as if Darby Allin, the only person there to help Adam Copeland, is taken out by Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne. What will happen when Edge meets Luchasaurus this Tuesday on Dynamite? We'll find out. We'll have action on this episode of Collision, new tag champions. We heard from Adam Copeland and much more. With that, I want to make sure you subscribe, stay safe, and stay uncensored.